Fae, they all are beholden to me.
Then I guess Beavis would look a little flustered and he would say, I suppose we have a lot to talk about. I may know more than you think, but for now, let's talk about pressing matters. Because I'm sleepy.
And she goes, yes, there is the matter of the contract that needs to be fulfilled. Do you all have the rose?
Yes.
We have a rose.
He goes, very well.
Orville has it.
You give it to me, and the contract will be fulfilled. I will remove the shade sickness from you.
I don't think you really want it.
Yes.
How long have you been
I do.
here? What was your life like before then?
I've been here for about 800 years. If I can trust that the sun and the moon orbit this place as they do the rest of the plane.
That would be way before the sky changed, right?
This is after, sorry, Sky Change. Sky Change was about 1,000 some years ago.
Oh, okay.
Not that old.
And she estimates
What was
that
your
she's
life
been
like
here
before
about
then? Do you remember?
one of power and marvel.
And family?
I had a lover, a husband, but that is a darker part of my history that is not privy to this conversation.
I think
But
it's more
it
relevant
was
than you might
beautiful.
think.
I was able to walk among all the groves of this world and watch them flourish. Now I am stuck to but a breadth of the length that I used to have to be able to walk. I would like to stretch my legs again and visit old trees that I used to speak to.
Hmm.
I'm rolling an insight check.
Yeah. What are you inciting?
I just want to know, like, does she seem like she's telling the truth? That's all I want to know.
She sounds 100% honest to you. There's something about her face when she talks about it where like you can see her recalling memories, and there's like this affection on her face, this whimsical like remembering like one of your favorite memories as a child kind of look.
Beavis would say, what price are you willing to pay to have this freedom again?
Almost anything. However, it should not be a question of what price I'm willing to pay. I have already paid that price. And with that, she looks directly at you, and she winks for a second, and all of you briefly see that original image of what she looked like when she tore the tree open and allowed you guys to leave her realm and walk into the elder's tree.
So, does her whole hut and her just look as it did the last time we were here then?
Until that moment. Her hut looks the same, but for that brief moment when she winks, you briefly see that destruction that was dealt to her body that she's currently hiding under some kind of illusion.
Yeah, since I've realized there's an illusion, I want to try and break it the same way I did before.
Okay. Arcana check.
With disadvantage.
You sure it's not a...
12. Yeah.
The 20 would have been great.
Yeah, I need to fucking sleep. This is bullshit.
Can you cast sleep on yourself and then?
I mean,
I cast Hold Person and Beavis goes to sleep.
just stay still for a bit while I take a nap.
Yeah. So Thorgil.
Do you remember why you were put in here?
Of course.
Why you chose to be here?
I was placed here by the chosen. I at first
But-
was cursed to wander the earth for the rest of my days, and then they decided to alter their deal. I not being in a position to argue, found myself here.
Yeah, right.
But one as strong as you surely would not have been able to be kept so easily. Right?
Under normal circumstances, you are correct. However, there are always beings of one equal to one's power in the world. And in the case of this, there were many that made this decision against me.
What would bring him to make this kind of decision?
Pain and despair, sadness and hope. As do all decisions made in this world.
Would you care to elaborate on those?
When one feels that a different way would bring about greater life in the world, one, especially as you mortals understand, will seek to bring about that change in the fastest and strongest way possible, not fully understanding that life comes in ebbs and flows. Sometimes the trees go strong and ancient, and a sickness comes through and destroys them, such is the way of nature. But they only saw but that brief point in their lives and cursed me to this for the rest of my life.
Mm. I feel like I understand that.
So,
Somebody want to ask her about her son?
I know nothing about that bit. So,
No, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Jay and
Well, you
her,
filled it
Tavorel
out,
and I told you guys. Yeah, everybody should know everything Tavorel and I know.
Yeah, you guys did say we did
Oh.
where you're like, you might. Was that when you were gone?
that was the session I missed. So that's why I have no idea what's going on.
So you mean Zach, has no idea what's going on?
Oh, well, I didn't know that Riley was actually informed, so that's why I'm like, Riley doesn't know what's going on.
No, Latia has like a husband and a son, and they are equally powerful Fey creatures that are looking for her, and it was not implied that they were looking for her to say, hey, we missed you.
And basically, Yokai deemed it to put it into the proper words that this prison that she is in is a double barred wall. It is both to keep her in, but also to keep them out.
And that it would be super, really extra
And it'd be
special,
really bad times if they
super
found
bad. Yeah, so we don't want her to get that rose at all because it could be catastrophic for the world.
If she frees herself, then they basically her prison prevents them from knowing where she is.
And it's super extra special bad if she gets out.
If they know that.
Do we know any names?
No.
Nope.
You were not able to get that, or forgot to ask. Either one. So, like, do y'all really just want to come out and tell her, hey, we got a warning about you?
Not yet.
I don't really think she's
Y'all
like
seem to wanna-
outright evil. I think she's pretty gray area. You know, I don't think she's good, but I don't think she wants to destroy the world. I don't know if we can't fight her.
You
Yeah,
were
I kinda
so
think-
fired up about
That
being.
is like,
No, I'm fired up
Against
about her
that.
not getting the rose. I do not want her to get the rose.
Alright. So, Ladia,
it's like she's beyond our sense of morality. She's not good or evil. Such things are beyond her. But what she will do is really, really bad for us.
Yeah, what we would
Right.
consider evil. That I think makes sense.
Well, I mean that's the ultimate thing. Like you look at like biblical and type things. It's like God destroys and floods the world. That is inherently evil. But when you look at it from a God perspective, it was to cleanse the earth and bring about a better change. So like your purview of the world as a mortal is totally different than someone who has probably seen
the entirety.
the ironwood forest as saplings.
Mm.
Like she helped. Like one can assume, especially because she kind of said such, that she helped plant the ironwood forest itself. So to put that into
Yeah.
perspective, like she has been around for maybe 1,000,000 years.
But at the end of the day, who cares? We have our moral
Well, I mean,
system, and
right,
I don't-
yeah, and that's fair. But it's just to give you that understanding of the being you're talking to. She doesn't like a day isn't even a grain of sand in the purview of time to her. Like a day is 100 to 1,000 years in her mentality.
So what's an extra couple centuries in your prison? You know,
Well, she'd prefer to not spend any grains of sand
10
in this
seconds.
prison.
Yeah.
So, Ladia, what do you plan on doing once you get out?
She sits there and she kind of smiles and she actually looks back at Dendy and she goes,
Killing spree. No,
yeah. Patrick. Yeah. She says, honestly, I haven't thought that far ahead. All of my will and energy and knowledge has been bent to obtaining the thing that is literally a satchel away from me right now. As she looks at Thorgil.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I always trusted that thing.
I'll do one.
You can't trust yourself right now.
Still better than yours.
Yeah, but I didn't roll a 1.
Yeah.
He isn't gonna roll one.
She's honest in this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna roll.
Well, you can roll. I mean, I'm telling them what they understand of an insight check based on how they roll.
Oh, okay.
So,
I doubt I'll
No,
get
they-
any better, but
well, I mean, you never know. I mean, you could nat 20 it for all I know. I almost called that. Did I say I almost called that? You see that she's like 99% honest. It's she's telling the truth, but you can tell that maybe there's some darker, deeper desire. The warlock in you knows that there's something more mischievous. As a fae, they always plan things out steps ahead. And you think that the odd thing is how she looked at Dendy.
okay.
And it was purely loving, but you feel that maybe an opportunity has entered her purview that she had not expected, and she now has new thoughts about what she would do if she got out. And it had something to do with Dendy.
Well, does that change what y'all want to do, or
Well, I mean, you recognize that. You would have to.
Oh,
They
right.
don't know that.
I'm not gonna say a thing.
Oh, okay. Then you all get to ignore that.
Wait, what happened? All I heard is that she's completely honest.
Beavis
Yeah.
is gonna ask for the rose from Thorgil and then eat it.
I think that's a good idea.
You can't make.
Do that.
It's like you can't make a judgment off of what you just heard there. You don't know what's going on.
No, I was gonna do that anyway. No,
Uh,
he's not gonna eat the rose.
Very
She
funny.
then looks at Thorgil and she goes, "Oh, I do appreciate this conversation. I do believe that you have something that is contractually obligated to me.